I'm not going to be on here long for real. I want to put some minds at ease, and this is the best way that I can do it. Okay? I understand that there are some very ignorant people that think they know what they're doing. To me personally, in the moment, I'm not concerned. So I would appreciate it if y'all would just enhance your calm. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about my business. I'm not dumb. I know what I'm doing. When I buy these images, I buy the licenses for these images. I have consent and licensing to resell these images. Any t-shirt maker, any cup maker, any small business owner that does these things knows exactly what I'm talking about. And we all know the risk of people falsely reporting our businesses for copyright because they get pissy. And if you're doing things the right way, those reports will go in the fucking trash. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. The only thing that is being done right now is proof is being handed to me that is going to be handed to a judge of targeted, ongoing harassment with no legitimate purpose. That's all that's happening right now. So if I'm not concerned, I would really appreciate it if you guys would stop worrying yourselves with the bullshit. Okay? Now, I know some things that those women over there don't know. Some very important things. And everything that is being done right now is going to be used against them. All of it. Okay? Just because they don't have knowledge of upcoming matters doesn't mean there's not matters coming. Okay? What's being done is being done on purpose. It's being done to get a reaction. She wants me to crash out, and it's not going to happen. I am a confident woman. I know that I have my shit in order for this hearing on Wednesday, and she is not going to intimidate or try to scare me out of it because it's happening. There's more hearings coming very shortly after Wednesday, and if she had a brain, she would shut her fucking mouth. She would shut her mouth. There are more hearings coming. I'm tired of being targeted. All this mess I keep hearing about I don't go after anyone unless they speak on me. I want somebody right now to post the video where I spoke on her first and caused this shit to happen to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Because I didn't even know who the hell she was until she inserted herself in this shit with Gabby. I got in a box the night her and her brother were discussing me. I never went after her. I never went after her. She's a walking, talking contradiction. And I had a thought this morning, and I'm going to say it because I know she's going to replay it because she's dumb. I think Sean is in there to destroy her herself. Sean is not her friend. If Sean was a friend to anyone at all, she would not continue to encourage this girl to keep up with the shit she's doing in the middle of these legal matters. She would not keep posting shit that she is not a party of on her page. She would not continue to make and manufacture fucking clothing that has verbiage from fucking court proceedings on it. Sean is not her friend. When I feel like I'm going to fucking lose my shit and I'm going to get on here and start spilling it all, my real friends talk me off the ledge. They say, talk to me in here. Don't do that. Sean is egging every bit of this on. All of it. And you're over there worried about copyrighting somebody's website while y'all are inside of a group illegally recording phone calls between Gabby and her attorney? Since you want to sit over there and keep on with this bullshit, do you want to discuss those phone calls while you're at it? Do you want to explain why that attorney was telling Gabby not to talk to you? Do you want to explain why that attorney said you took in $2,000 but you only paid him $1,700? You want to talk about that? No? 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 Want to talk about that? Sean's over here. They're posting all these motions in my courthouse. Y'all talking all this shit that I'm flooding that courthouse with these motions? No, I'm not. I have to respond to everything they file. And they've been back and forth lying under penalties of perjury to this court. Lying on documents. Telling this judge they had no direct involvement in that Florida matter. You paid him out of your own bank account. That is no, you can't get no more direct than that. Sean's posting contracts from this attorney. She's not a party to that case. She's not a party to it. So how does she have the contract? Unless you're involved. Why are we creating spreadsheets if we're not involved? I would be more concerned about the real life crimes that were committed to get an innocent human being in front of a judge. There were real crimes committed and there are real consequences coming. They're coming. I'm not dropping shit. It's malicious. It's being done without any legitimate purpose. Yep. Oh, there's more coming after Wednesday. There's more coming. It's already moving. It's already in action. And if she hasn't found out by Monday, she'll find out when she gets here. But any mahoodles, anyhow, have fun reporting my website over there. Have fun targeting a small business. Have fun with it. Have fun with it. And by the way, I heard that I stole Token Turtle from some head shop out in New York. First of all, it's not spelled the same. Okay? And there are at least a half a dozen Token Turtles in this country. We all spell them differently. Some people put the little asterisk above the O. Some people put it above the I. Some people do all kinds of things. I don't steal shit. I used to. I used to be a big thief, but I'm not anymore. We should worry about what we're stealing from people on the internet instead of Feisty stealing a business name. That's what we should be worried about. We should be worried about the thousands of dollars that was squandered from these people on this internet. And not what Feisty's doing with her business. Because when you start falsely copyrighting someone's business without the knowledge of their licensures and everything else, that's grounds for another fucking lawsuit. Sure is. Because you're affecting my income. And I'm going to prove to the court on Wednesday that you've already affected my income. You bitches think I sit in here and don't work? Y'all think I ain't got a job? Y'all think I don't work? Tisk, tisk. I can show the activity in my sales from before this bullshit started in October, during this bullshit in October, and after the bullshit from October. I can prove it. I've been a business owner for over 5 years. I can prove my shit. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. It is deflection. It is deflection, but you don't get to target somebody just because you want to deflect from your own fuckery. Get on here and own your shit. These people deserve answers. Everybody's demanding Feisty to show answers and Pink to show answers and everybody else to show answers, but we ain't demanding nobody else to show no receipts. Make that shit make sense. And then you got Shawnini over there freaking putting all the receipts out. Girl, do you know how incriminating those receipts look that you put on your stupid page? You tell it on yourself. None of that shit adds up over there. Not one fucking inch of it. But for somebody that does not have any direct involvement, that is not acting as a non-lawyer, you sure are presenting yourself as one here on this here internet. I hope you come with her on Wednesday because they got questions for you too. Make sure to get your first class ticket. Y'all can fly first class together since you and your husband can afford them first class tickets on a whim. Yeah. Make sure you come in with her. Wear your sweatshirt that you're so proud of. Make sure both of y'all put that sweatshirt on and wear it in the courtroom because the judge is going to see it anyway. So since you're so proud of it and you're not worried about Marysville Municipal Clerk Court, wear them sweatshirts to court Wednesday. Let's keep the energy that you've had on this here internet since November the 6th when you walk up in that fucking courtroom Wednesday. Keep it. I want you to do the karate chops. I want you to encase that Sean is my lawyer verbiage right there on that shirt. I want you to wear it proud, girl, in front of that fucking judge. Wear it. If you ain't doing nothing wrong and you ain't worried about getting slapped with not one fucking bit of contempt, Gabby needs to be ripping up court papers in that courtroom and you need to wear that sweatshirt. Y'all sat on this platform since November and acted like this was a joke. You acted like it was a joke. And one more thing, in case you're looking for an escape route, you can't appeal a case you skip out on. So if you don't show up, you lose your right to an appeal. So although the remote appearance wasn't granted, you don't get to skirt your way out of a hearing and then appeal it later. If you're a no-show to that hearing, you lose. I get to show my side. The judge makes his decision. You don't get a chance. You don't get a choice. You don't get to skip court hearings and then appeal them later. And if you can't afford to travel to Ohio, you damn sure can't afford an appeal process. I promise you that. I've paid for one. I don't know if it was denied or not, but I know it hasn't been approved. It has not been approved. But I'm just saying, when you come and you take all those pictures in front of Marysville Courthouse like you say you're going to, make sure you got that sweatshirt on. Make sure you're wearing that shirt when you come into that courtroom. I'm going to be highly disappointed if you're not. People on the internet are going to make fun of you if you don't, because you got on here and said you didn't give a shit, that it was a joke. I want you to tell the judge it's a joke. Maybe, you know what? As a matter of fact, bring your vinyl cutter, Sean. Bring the Cricut. Bring a blank shirt. Make the judge one. Make one for the judge. Give him a burr basket. Throw that sweatshirt in there for him. Gabby can take that ripped up court document and throw it in there for him too. You cannot convince me or anyone on the internet that has read these documents on that court office over there that Gabby has typed up one bit of that fucking paperwork. That girl could not spell feisty on her whiteboard on her refrigerator. And these papers have been typed up by somebody other than Gabby. There's room for question there. So when those motions were filed, they weren't filed with malicious intent. They were filed because there's room for questions there. And for Sean to turn around and make t-shirts, sweatshirts out of it, don't you understand that making the clam slam t-shirts and shit is a reason why Kaylee is a part of this case to start off with? Because she fucking made merch out of a fucking lawsuit while it was still going? And you did it again. You did it again. I don't think Sean is her friend at all. I think that she is steering Kaylee in a very dangerous direction. I don't even, Kaylee, I can't stand you. I think you're one of the vilest people I've ever come across for real. But that girl has buried you. She, in a legal aspect, she has really hemmed you up in some shit. And you're going to find out. I hope she comes with you on Wednesday and stands beside you and absorbs some of this shit you're fixing to get. I hope she does. If she doesn't, she's not your friend. No, I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. Now, the judge, after everything is presented, I have full intentions of I can only do like a short synopsis, but I have full intentions of telling that judge what I've had to endure since they both received their service documents. And that judge can decide whether or not the behavior of like ripping up envelopes and paperwork and the shirts and all that, that judge can hold them in contempt because it's disrespectful to the court. They're making a mockery of the court. And if that judge is irritated enough with all of the lies that have been told and all of this freaking do you think the deflection on TikTok's bad? It's bad in the paperwork too. It's bad in the paperwork too. If that judge gets bad enough, he can hold us all in contempt if he wanted to. I don't. If they don't show, I still get to present my case, and the judge makes his decision. That's already in the works. Oh, by the way, hold on. I gotta show one more thing. Hold on. All of my shit. Oh, well, that's a cool phone number. You see this? That's me talking to Fort Myers Sheriff's Department. There you go. Hold on. Let me give you another one. I'm trying to find out what she was talking about the other day. Hold on. This one. See that? Florida Department of Law Enforcement. You see it right there? Okay. Kaylee seems to think that I was speaking to Casey. Okay, there's another one. There's another one. Okay. Kaylee speaking to Casey in that state police department. I mean what the fuck I say. Cape Coral is so fed up with dealing with Gabby that they don't want to deal with it no more. But Florida has a state police department that picks up on internet crimes, fraud, and all the things, especially wiretapping. Especially wiretapping. So have fun copyrighting a bitch. I bet I don't go to jail. What illegal call, you ask? The phone calls between Gabriella Jacobson and her attorney from Florida in that October matter were recorded and played in a group of 7 women that was once called the Justice League, and then they renamed it to Gabby's Handlers. Actually, the call was done in the Justice League Snapchat. Gabby's Handlers is where all the receipts were dropped in Discord. I have them all. You can delete it. You can dispose of it. It's too late. It's too late. And the only reason why I spoke on it is because I'm not planning on using it in court because they were illegally obtained. And if you know anything about court, you cannot use illegally obtained things as evidence. But I can use an incident number. And if you don't believe that it was reported, incident number 20250155324 is the incident number for Cape Coral. If you don't believe me. I will never play. Paid him $1,700. I have screenshots of messages from where I know Gabby paid one attorney $1,300 and he took her fucking money after he read her shit, and then they proceeded to raise money for another one. When I tell you I have it all, bitch. I have it all. So wear your sweatshirts and keep that energy. Keep that energy. Incident number 20250155324. I'm almost positive that attorney did not tell her to record that call, because that attorney had spoken to my attorney and told him he was very concerned about their conversations being leaked. I also know that he was very concerned about Gabby's credibility, and if he could not steer her correctly in that courtroom, that he was going to lose, and he was also very concerned about his reputation. I can tell you this right now, if he was going to represent her any further in any type of defamation lawsuits, I promise you he won't be anymore, because he's been notified as well. I also know that he's been watching Kaylee's lives, and the night that she showed that receipt green screen behind her head, he actually messaged someone that y'all don't know at all. He messaged someone and said, "Are these people really buying this shit?" When I tell you we are sitting on a mountain, we are sitting on a mountain, girl. That's not even a quarter of it. That's not even a quarter of it. So wear your sweatshirts. Wear your sweatshirts. Oh, yeah. Wear them. Wear them. One more thing. Kaylee has also been reported to Cape Coral Sheriff's Department for exploitation of a vulnerable adult. And I know that we don't like Gabby. I know that Gabby does a lot of things on her own, but I wholeheartedly feel like she's been exploited by this group of women. And if you feel the same way, all you have to do is call down to Cape Coral Sheriff's Department and give them your report. And they will gladly take it. They will gladly take it, because they are very well aware of Gabby's mental health. They are very well aware. Kaylee was reported by me to Cape Coral Sheriff's Department for exploitation of a vulnerable adult. She can find that on record as well. I don't like Gabby. I'm not taking up for Gabby. But I don't think Gabby would have done any bit of this if it were not for the influence and the encouragement of those women over there. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. We can't sit here and go after her for being abusive towards her son when she's being abused herself. We can have all the commentary we want, but she was used. I believe that. There was a report made to Louisiana. I think she used her for content. I think they used this whole court hearing, this whole thing for content. Every bit of it. They set it up from the beginning. I have in my spam email folder, that psych evaluation was sent to me directly from somebody over on Gabby's camp. I don't know if it came from Kaylee's side or Gabby's side, but the law enforcement has it and the metadata, so they'll take care of it. But it was sent to me directly from that camp over there. I didn't see it until after I got back from Florida. Excuse me. Holly Haircut is the one that sent it to me on TikTok. But they set this shit up from the jump. They wanted to catch somebody so they could take them down there in front of that judge and make a whole show out of it. And they're continuing it while we're waiting to go in front of another judge. Every single night that she goes live on that YouTube and she replays my videos and she picks me apart and she calls me a whore and she makes her threats and everything, she is helping me. She's helping me. She is helping me. So wear your sweatshirt. I think that's the reason why Gabby hasn't gotten on here and told the truth about anything, because she's terrified of what Kaylee's going to do to her. But she can choose to continue to hide and get drugged by all these people, or she can go to her local law enforcement and report what has happened. Instead of reporting people that just say things that you don't like, go report the people that are really fucking with you. There's a lot of people that are terrified of her. She's got 4 people inside of her main Discord right now that are singing like canaries, and they're terrified to leave. 4 people. Not ex people. Not ex people. 4 active members that are terrified to walk away from her. She don't need to take no box over here. Nope. I don't have nothing. What I have to say for her will be said in 2 court hearings. Because it came with receipts. That's how I know. Because I got it in black and white. Well, I was told it's because of them watching what she's doing to everybody else. They don't want to be do the same way. They don't want to be done the same way. One of them is like really scared of what she will do to her. No, there's not 2 separate hearings on the same day. Sean does not live in Canada. I can't speak on the other court date until she's served. I don't know. I don't know. She thinks that Casey is the only person to talk to me. I talk to Casey occasionally, you know what I'm saying? But Casey's not the only person that I've spoken to. I've spoken to 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 people. And I didn't reach out to them, they reached out to me. I didn't ask for those recordings. They landed in my email box labeled secrets. They sure did. Oh, for the record, it was said that I love to sue people. This is my first lawsuit. This is my first lawsuit. I've never sued anyone before. No, I've never sued anyone before. I'm in Ohio. Court is on the 10th at 1:30. Listen, I don't know what y'all are expecting to come out of this court hearing on Wednesday, like what y'all are expecting, to be exposed and all this stuff. But this court hearing is about her taking me to Florida under false pretenses. The things that are going to be discussed are the damages that incurred during that time. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there since everybody likes to talk their shit. I'm not asking for damages for my attorney. I'm not asking for my attorney to be refunded. I'm just saying. Did I put on the paperwork that I had to get an attorney? Yes, I did, because I had to get an attorney. But I'm not asking to be reimbursed for my attorney. I'm asking for my husband's time off work to be reimbursed. I'm asking for our travel to be reimbursed. That is all. Although my community came together to make sure that we were getting down there, that doesn't matter. Because if you get into a car accident and your community comes together and they get money for you, and that, so you can stay afloat while you're, recovering, that doesn't mean that you don't get to go sue the person that hit you. You still get to sue the person that hit you. People are allowed to gift. I'm not bringing up any of their money. The only thing that was brought up is that she fundraised. It shows her involvement. It's not their money that they brought in. They're going to have to deal with the police on that. It has nothing to do with my hearing. I didn't fundraise shit, you lying ass fucking troll. I didn't fundraise a fucking thing. The only thing I've ever fundraised on here for in the past 6 months was a 4-wheeler for a fucking heart transplant. That was it. I didn't fundraise shit. Lie again. But I did not. No, I did not. You didn't see me get on here and ask y'all for a fucking thing. I didn't ask for shit. Get a box. Grab a box, you mouthy bitch. Grab a box. Boxes are open. Grab one. I sure did not. I sure did not. As a matter of fact, while I was underneath that fucking frivolous order, y'all didn't see me at all. Y'all didn't see me at all. Show me where I got on here and asked for money. Prove it. Prove it. Those of you in the back there. Prove it. Pink is her own fucking human being. She wants to get on here and ask people to help other people out. That's on her. There's at least 350 people that can vouch that I said I didn't want it. One more thing. Since someone thinks that I should get on here if I win this judgment and give this money back to my following, I've given out over $1,500 since the 1st of November. What have you done? You gonna get a box and show me where I asked for money? We give back over here all the time. Hell, I just gave Fatty $30 the other day for her birthday. Did I get on here and talk about it? Sure did not. I seen her little video over there saying it was her birthday. I ran to her Cash App, gave her $30. Happy birthday, bitch. Sure did. Sure did. There was a lady in the hospital a couple weeks ago. Her kids were at home. She was having some type of spinal issue. I didn't get on here and do the most. I fucking helped her out myself. Then I got on here and asked them to help. What have y'all done? Except for fundraise for moderators. That PlayStation wasn't fundraised for some poor mama here on the internet, was it? No, it was for a moderator. I've got that too. You see me making wish lists over here? They're not wish lists for me. They're not wish lists for my kids. My kids are grown. These are wish lists for strangers. You show your integrity with yours. I'm going to fill wish lists this week and next week. You going to come over here and grab a few of them while you're talking your shit? Or do these babies have to suffer because you have a cold heart? You're over here enough stealing my content, trying to copyright everybody else that wants to replay your videos while you sit back and line your fucking pockets replaying ours? While you're over here stealing my content, grab a couple of these wish lists. All the skincare items, all of them, all of them. It shows where her priorities are. It shows where her integrity lies. People don't have to speak out on that girl. She speaks for herself. That's why I didn't speak out on her, because she spoke for herself. And some of these people out here running around, I can't stand Feisty. She's vile. She's vile. But they sitting with that one over there. Girl, you don't need to be over here anyway. You don't need to be over here anyway. And I got that no drama mama lady. You can't like me and Kaylee in the same sentence. Don't ever make another video talking about you wish me and her could get along because we have some valid points amongst each other. Don't do that, lady. Your content over there is misconstrued. It's a lot. It's very wonky. And I have inboxed you several times and told you that you're not telling the truth sometimes over there. But that video you made today talking about you like me and Kaylee together, you can't like us both, bitch. Block me. If you like anything she's doing over there, you do not need to be nowhere around me. There's nothing likable that girl is doing. In that damn video over there talking about, I like them both. I wish they could just come to terms with each other. I tried to mediate with Kaylee. She's too busy trying to line her pockets. I tried to be the bigger person. I went into that YouTube. We called a truce with each other. It lasted 10 minutes with that girl. She is trying to line her pockets. I unfollowed her this morning because I can't. There's been several videos over there where she's trying to report on the news and she's like the fucking View of TikTok. I can't. I had to unfollow her. She's all up in my inbox telling me how these people are coming after her and bullying her. Well, they might be coming for you because you spread misinformation, friend. Don't get on there and tell me you like me and Kaylee together. You are the company you fucking keep. And if you like that shit over there, you are not my people. You shouldn't be approving or clapping for a fucking thing she's done since August. I understand people say that she's a really smart girl and she's a really nice person, but somehow or another she took a little bit of a turn during this Gabby situation. That's a her problem. But any of y'all that are condoning it, talking about you like that, y'all need to stay the fuck over there. Y'all need to stay over there. Hell no, I ain't helped that girl get her account back. Lisa, I'm so excited about your live Tuesday because I have talked to you wild up on the phone. And when I tell you I'm here for your live on Tuesday, I've got snacks, girl. Snacks. Y'all just don't know. Once Lisa Harris gets going, and when she's live, we're not going to be able to hit that 2x speed. We're going to have to sit there and listen. You're going to have to listen. Iron Butterfly right here in the chat. Somebody grab her and pin her real quick. This is a acquaintance of mine. We've been on this app together going on 5 years now. She has never gone live before, and they have wowed her up to the point where she's going to go live on Tuesday, y'all. And you just need to follow her. Just follow her. There she is. There she is. Look, y'all can't match her meat. If you ever watch Demolition Man, you know what I'm referencing. You can't match her meat. Lisa Harris is one of the most active, healthiest senior citizens I have ever come across in my life. This woman is out running in the snow while you're running your mouth. You cannot compete where you don't compare. We've had our back and forth. We've gone back and forth with each other. She's a good lady. She did not buy my attorney for me. She didn't. You just want her claw. I know, right? She does have her own style. Yeah, them HP days. Woo! Woo! Oh, HP get mad. Lisa get on there and give us that good old ka-chow. At least HP swore up and down that she done. Oh, y'all want to copyright, folks? Y'all should have copyrighted fucking HP. She swore to God that she invented ka-chow, and we was all in there like, no, bitch, Lightning McQueen. Lightning, tell me you don't have little kids without telling me you don't have little kids. Yes, we are mutuals. Daylin gave me a visit last night. I was shocked. Is it 12:30 Central, Lisa? That shit was wild, y'all. Y'all remember when she said me and Socks drove from across the country to scratch on her front door? Yeah. She was calling the police saying that we drove down there when her truck was in the shop. She said that we broke into the body shop and we cracked her window. We busted her window out. Then she said while she was shopping at the TJ Maxx one time that some of us traveled from across the country and we wedged a stick in her drive shaft. Or she claimed all kinds of shit. She claimed all kinds of shit. Wild days. Wild. Blood test through the computer. The major specialist. She had major specialist. She got hit by a chicken truck. She got hit by a chicken truck. She had a artery thing in her neck that if she turned her head just right, she could make it protrude and get sympathy gifts. She battled Mama June one time, and everybody went over and threw for Mama June. This was back in the Faith Con fishing days. And Mama June sat out there real loud, was like, FGF fam, FGF fam. That bitch ugly cried. She was mad. Oh, swore she was all by herself, living all alone. She would be sitting in her bedroom watching, talking to us, and we could watch the lights in the back flicker on and off. And she had all of the internet thinking that her house was haunted. She had the whole internet thinking it wasn't a ghost. It was her fucking couch husband. She had a husband the whole time, y'all. The whole time. And when he needed to come down the hallway, the flickering of the lights was his cue to let her know he was coming. Y'all, wild. I'm not making this up.
What are you, life?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Just preparing myself for my football team not going to the playoffs. We gotta play Alabama again, and we just got destroyed by them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, everybody.
JJ says hi, y'all.
Buy her stuff. It's really cool.
He's mad about fucking football. I don't know. I haven't heard anything from none of that stuff for a long time. I'm sure she's still wandering. She's still slithered around this here app somewhere. Oh, when she said I kidnapped... Lisa, do you remember why she said that, though? Because she did it twice. When we moved to Illinois, if y'all remember, my OGs, y'all are going to remember this, okay? I had a betta fish. And when we moved, I put my betta fish in this bowl on the counter behind my faucet on my sink, right? It was like, I just put it out of the way for a little bit. When I went to put the fish in its little tank, the fish had disappeared. Like, we don't know to this day. We don't know where that fish went. Well, a lot of my followers made like these videos of like they were holding my fish hostage and all that kind of stuff. Within 3 hours, this girl gets on the internet. Her dog was kidnapped out of the yard. It was gone for like hours and hours and hours. They had it groomed. Then she moved to Florida and claimed the dog was stolen out of her yard again. But it wasn't stolen out of the yard. It got out. Somebody found it, took it to the Humane Society. She had all of TikTok thinking there was some big-ass cyber crimes unit out there looking for a dog. Y'all remember? She was wild. She was wild, y'all. Those were the days. Old Vernon. Old Vern. I swear, when I went to Florida in October, I had to pass through Sumter County to get to Lee County, and it was like a double whammy. And they swore up and down that nursery wasn't open to the public. And I wanted my husband to take me by there so bad so I could buy a plant. He would not. He would not. What started beef with me and HP? $20. I shit you not. I shit you not. That's how people. Yeah. When I first came on TikTok, my first account was pretty big. I had a big ass account. I had over 150,000 followers, okay? Me and HP were going after this scammer together. Her name was Alora. She was on an Indian reservation. She had 2 kids. These kids were beyond neglected. It was bad. It was bad. I wasn't going live then, and at first, HP wasn't really going live, but she started going live. And we just happened to come across each other on the algorithm during all of this stuff. So we joined together. Every fucking day that ended in Y. First thing, she was up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Going and going and going and going and going and going and going. It was just craziness. So I finally got tired of it. And I was like, I'm going to call a truce. I knew I was watching Alora, and she was upset because she couldn't get her laundry done that day. So I said, I'm going to shut this shit down. I didn't say nothing to HP. I just cash apped Alora $20, and I said, I put a little white flag in there, and I said, go get your laundry done. And I didn't expect Alora to say anything, but she did. She cried. She was so thankful, right? And HP was mad as fuck. She got mad, and the fucking race was on, y'all. But it always seems to happen that way. I try to de-escalate, and it just escalates even more. But it was like fucking. She raw dogged me for fucking 2 years almost because of $20. Oh, while she was in the shower. She cried for me. She did while she was in the shower. You know what her complaints were on her petition for the restraining order down there? Y'all, the IOGs are going to remember this. On our 1-year breakup anniversary, I went to the Publix and bought a fucking cake. And I had a picture that one of the girls had drew. It was like a foggy shower door. And she had put like hearts and all that kind of stuff on there. And I had it put on that cake. And we went live and we celebrated that cake. And that bitch put that on that. She bought a cake, Your Honor. One of my other old associates made t-shirts. Some of the best t-shirts that represented her. They were great. They put it on the petition. One of my other besties sent her a bag of fake shit. I got blamed for it. I got blamed for it. It wasn't us that was going to protest. Y'all be telling some of these stories, and I know a lot of the toxicity is like really deep here on the app, but we be forgetting details that are important, okay? The reason why the protest was going to happen in front of her house was not because of us. It was because of her falsely accusing Pastor Petty of being a P3DO. She got on there and falsely accused him of being a deviant. And him and his following contacted the NAACP, and the NAACP was orchestrating a protest out there. That was not us. That's because she got on here and falsely accused an African American man of being a P3DO. That's how all this stuff, I'm just using this as an example. I'm not trying to throw you no shade. But that's how all these stories they get misconstrued, and people that are brand new, they come in and they act like they know what they're talking. There was a lot back then. There was a lot. I don't know where she's at. Hopefully under a rock somewhere. I don't know where he's at either. Hopefully he's under a bigger rock. No, you're okay. Who did she dislike more, me or Faith? I think I get the trophy on that one. I think she was jealous of Faith. Faith was when HP started going after Faith. It was because Faith was doing very well in the rankings. She had an amazing support group over there, and HP wanted a piece of it. HP wanted a piece of it. He's a liar. He's a liar. I think he's a liar. I think that he owes this entire platform that listened to his shit being spewed yesterday an apology. But instead of him being a man and getting on here and just apologizing for getting a little too over, with his bullshit, he's going to tell people to fuck off in their inboxes. There's a lot of people that have reached out to him that just want to hold a conversation with him and understand why he felt the need to do that, because well, there's a few people that believe what he's saying. But he's telling them to fuck off, that he doesn't take orders. Nobody's trying to order him to do anything. I don't know if this is service related, why he thinks everybody's ordering him around. It could very well be, but that's not it. You got on here yesterday and you told a pretty elaborate story that is realistically not possible. And instead of continuing that, you hold intelligence, just say, I just wanted to give somebody some answers. You don't have to her and filed a report for showing him on the screen or whatever. And I know from experience they do call you back to try to get further information from your report, but they're not giving you detailed information. Is it nap time for you?
No, actually, I'm gonna go play on my computer.
You call you. Love you.
Love you too. Your dogs are here.
I don't know anything about that. I think making fun of his disability is disgusting and gross. I think it's very childish. That, there's other things that you could point out about him other than him being in a wheelchair, because you don't know why he's in a wheelchair. He could be in a wheelchair because he was out there fighting for our country and he stepped on a landmine and lost his ability to walk. I don't think anybody should be talking about his disabilities and why he's in a wheelchair. I don't agree with what he did. It doesn't mean I'm going to disparage his service. I didn't know he was in a wheelchair until it was brought up in my live last night. I thought he was just chilling in his gamer chair, to be honest with you. I didn't know. I don't know anything about that man. He came from out of nowhere. But I know the stories he's telling are not true. I had direct involvement with Florida DCF, with my niece down there, and the things that are being said are not possible. That's not how they run shit down there. It doesn't matter whether he can walk, can't walk, or nothing. Until somebody can get on here and prove that he has lied about his service to this country and everything else, whether somebody can walk should be irrelevant. They don't want their mental health used against them. They don't want their baggy, droopy eyes used against them. They don't want none of their fucking defaults used against them, but they can use ours. By the way, my husband didn't find me at no fucking gas station, so he won't be dropping me back off at one. I'm just saying. I have an electric car, a Scat Pack. I don't go to the gas station. If you show up Wednesday, you'll probably see it. They're handing out hubbies at the Speedway. Try the racetrack. If you go to 7-Eleven, you might find a hood. How about instead of judging people that have served this country, judge yourself for not being brave enough to lace up them fucking bootstraps and serve it? yourself. I judge myself all the time because I wasn't brave enough to lace up those bootstraps and go out there and serve my country. I wasn't always a deviant, you know. I was pretty good up until I hit 23, 24. I could have joined the military. I could have joined it all day long. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and judge nobody off of their service because I wasn't brave enough to fucking sign that fucking dotted line. That man's service has nothing to do with him getting on here and lying the way that he lied yesterday. Your hubby found you on MySpace? That's where it's at, girl. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Tom. But my whole family's military. My dad was a Marine. My uncle was a Marine. My grandfather was a Marine. My husband's a Navy. My daughter's a fucking Army. My whole family is military. My son would be in the Marine Corps right now if it wasn't for his freaking crooked back. He went all the way to the freaking recruiter's office. He went all the way down there. He thought he was getting ready to go to boot camp. Until he, what's that place called where they go and do all the paperwork and the blood work? What's it called, y'all? After you talk to the recruiter, they send you over to that, what's that place called? MEPS. When they see him over to MEPS, his heart was broken. It broke his heart. I'm kind of glad he didn't go, though. He's doing really good now. You got your 100%? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, hey. This fucking Rottweiler puppy. I hope you get your 100%. I think it's ridiculous that you guys have to fight so hard for your ratings. I think it's ridiculous. I don't understand how they can even begin to put a number on any of you guys coming out. The things that you've seen and witnessed and had to participate in, and things, I think that you should not have to fight for that number at all. I don't care if you were just somebody that worked in administration your whole freaking tenure. You have seen some things. You've read it. You've had to document it. All the things. I really think it's ridiculous that y'all have to fight so hard. And just because I wasn't on here Veterans Day thanking veterans of TikTok doesn't mean I didn't buy lunch for a few veterans and thank my veteran very properly. I'm just saying. I was busy properly thanking my veteran. I'm sorry. Sorry. I show veterans how thankful I am every day. I don't need to wait one day a year to thank a veteran. If I see a veteran anywhere in public that happens to have like a World War II hat on or a U.S. Navy veteran hat on, any type of military garb on, I stop. I shake their hand if they let me, and I thank them. That's who I am as a human. I don't need social media to spread my thanks. He's in there dragging Storm by her neck. My husband and I buy lunch for veterans all the time. If we're in a restaurant, just the other day we were at a Mexican restaurant eating lunch together, and there was this old guy that came in. He had his little World War II hat on. He has a little oxygen tank thing in his little bag. And he sat at that little 2-seat table all by himself. I didn't ask no questions or nothing. When that server gave us our check, I said, I want his check too. He hadn't even ordered his food yet. That's just who we are. No, Storm is the husky. That's just who we are. I was standing in line at Walmart couple of months ago. This lady was in line. She had 2 kids. She had one in the seat. She had one standing right beside her buggy. I told the girls about this in a phone call. That one that was standing outside of the cart had to pee really bad. Like, this baby was doing the pee-pee dance. And I'm never in a hurry. So I was like, go ahead and go. I can wait, right? The cashier was bringing up the groceries already. I said, I can wait. Go ahead, because the bathroom was right there. I said, go ahead and take the baby. So while she was in the bathroom with the baby, I said, add her groceries to mine. Because she didn't have a bunch of bullshit on there. She had bread, milk, eggs, all the things. I said, just add her groceries to my groceries. When she came out, all of her groceries were already bagged. I said, go ahead and put them in the buggy. Y'all have a great day. The only thing that fucking woman walked out of there with was a buggy full of groceries, a smile on her face, and a baby that got to go to the bathroom. Did I get on here and brag about it? I sure did not. I sure did not. There was another lady that reached out to me that wanted help with her kid for Halloween, right? So what did I do? I didn't get on here and ask y'all for shit. I gave her the money for a Halloween costume and then gave her money for dinner. I said, make sure to take her for a Happy Meal when y'all are done. Have a wonderful Halloween. I don't have to brag about what the fuck I'm doing. When I get on here and I show the receipts for all the money I've given away, the day I do that will be the day that somebody else can show the same receipts. When you can get on here and show me how much money you've given to people, I'll start showing you how much money I've given. I get in trouble. My husband gets upset with me. My girls get upset with me. I get in trouble because I take away from me. I want the Grinch one too. I want to try those pickle fries so bad. That's how you're supposed to, though. But like when we have like these big ticket items like the 4-wheeler for Daniel, I couldn't buy that by myself. So I got on here and asked the community to help. But y'all helped a 7-year-old heart recipient. You helped him get outside. Enjoy the fresh air. That's what y'all helped with. Listen, I've had to waller in the mud. That girl down there in Louisiana can sit on her fucking platform and call me a whore all she wants. She can say whatever she wants to say. But I'm one of those moms that had to go out there and literally earn my kids' Christmas. And if I can keep one person from having to fucking lower themselves to that level, I'm going to do it. Am I proud of what I was? No. But I'm proud that my kids ate. When I leave this earth, my body is going to turn to ashes. So nothing that has happened to it, nothing that this body has had to endure is going to walk through those pearly gates with me. Because I was told as a little girl, when I go home to my Jesus, I'm going to get a new body. I'm going to get a new name. I'm going to get all kinds of new things. So what this body has had to endure is irrelevant. And it will endure 100 times more if it means my family is taken care of. I'll be a whore. I'll be a whore. Mary Magdalene was a whore too. You don't know what people are out there enduring to provide for their children. Not everybody has people on the back end funneling them money. One day, all of us are going to meet our maker. One day, every one of us are going to have to answer for the shit that we've done here. Are you ready? So I'll be a whore. My children are proud of me. My children love me. Yeah, us old ladies that you like to call hags all the time, we didn't have internet. We couldn't get on here and dry beg and put on some fucking sobby ass sad story. for people to give us free money, we had to go out there and work for it. We had to work for it. If you didn't want to hold a sign on the side of the road, you laid on your back. If you didn't lay on your back, you sold rugs. If you didn't sell rugs, you bounced checks. If you didn't bounce checks, you fucking shoplifted. We didn't have social media. Do you think I'm the only one that's ever bounced a check? Ciao, please. But anyways, I'm out. These puppies are, it's a battle. Hold on. Let me show y'all. God, Jesus. Yep, she thinks she's a bad bitch. Diana thinks she's a bad bitch. She said, I'm from the hood, though. From the hood, though. From the really, really... She's from the hood. He is huge, y'all. Watch out, Quavo. Move, sir. Hold on. I'm from the hood. She's huge. He's so fucking big. He's big. Look, I was told that he's going to be like almost 120 something pounds. If that is true, he is going to be as big, if not bigger, than my biological daughter. My biological daughter is like 4'6". She's a whittle. She's a baby. He's cute. I know. You know what he did, though, little bastard? My baseboards, thank God I have replacements. I'm just going to show y'all. Because you're not... Hold on. Thank God I have replacements, first of all. Okay? Look what he did. Do you see this fucking shit right here? You're laughing? Blocked. 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 He's just a baby. He's just a baby. We have replacements. The gentleman we bought our house from, he custom did all of the trim and stuff in here. So I called him up the other day. I was like, can you tell me where you bought these wood pieces from? And he was like, oh, I've got a whole box of them. It's okay. But luckily for me, that's not one solid piece. Those corner pieces just come out and you can put them back in and replace them. But he got that corner and he got the corner of my window sill in my kitchen within a 20-minute time span. I left him down here the day before yesterday like a dumbass. And I went upstairs and took a shower. And by the time I got back down here, that's what Sam did. He's got pig hooves. He's got toys. He's got rawhides. He's got bones. I bought that bitter spray to keep him from fucking chewing on it more. That bastard went and licked it off. He licked it off. Wood tastes better. I'm sure. Craftsman wood at that. He's a bougie Roddy. Craftsman wood at that. From a place that's not even open anymore. So thank God the previous owner has some of this wood. Cajun pepper. Powdered alum. Ooh. Chili oil. He is a good dog. He's smart as hell. He's fetching already. He's sitting. He's smart as hell. The floorboard, he pulled up a piece of carpet in here, but I didn't get too mad about it because we're getting ready to replace the carpet. I hate this fucking carpet in this house. But we're going to replace it after the winter, so I wasn't too mad about the carpet. He's smart as hell. Not the brown eye. This carpet's just different. It's that Burberry, I don't like this carpet. He's just a teething baby. Well, can I put some fucking maker's mark on his gums or something? That's what they did to us. Berber. There you go. Berber carpet. Need to build kennels outside. That's going to be very pricey. We've been pricing it. It's going to be very, very pricey. We're still looking to build kennels for the rescue out here, but we've only been here since June, so we're just trying to get everything settled in. We have our basement is very big. It's very big down there. It's not finished yet. The floors are concrete and everything still. We did cut off a section. We gated off a section for when we're not at home. And I don't want them running all over the house. They have like a play area down there. They've got their toys. They've got like a slide. They've got a couple beds. I'll put them down in that play area when we leave the house for more than an hour, so they're not in here destroying the house. I hope she's not chewing the walls. They chew from boredom. How the hell is he bored? He's got 3 friends in here. It's starting to melt now. We still have a bunch. We still have a bunch of it out here, though. It's like the stuff that's going on and all that kind of stuff. But if y'all ain't figured it out yet, I might be mouthy, but I'm not stupid. Okay, I know how to run a business. I've held an associate's degree in business management for a very, very long time. I know better than to illegally sell shit. Okay, so anybody can file a report. It doesn't mean bad things are going to happen. But when you sit on a public platform and you post and brag about reporting people for copyright without knowing whether or not they're actually violating copyright, that can get yourself into some legal issues. And it seems to me that Shawini Stevens is a little jealous that I'm suing her friend and not her. And if she keeps on with her shit, I'm going to sue her ass too. That is all. Y'all have a great day. Y'all have a